guys, welcome to another D3 Mini. This is Elena, and I'm here with the visionary, Jasper Logan.
The visionary.
Yes.
Yes.
We, I had different names for you because if people don't know, you're the love of my life.
Oh, dang.
Jasper is Cece's dad and
right.
my fiance.
That's right.
But besides that, you do a lot of things outside of
that?
Yeah, outside of that.
Yeah.
And some of let's start off with like what you're wearing. Who you got on today?
I got this Dolce & Gabbana jacket. Actually, fear of God. Nah. I mean, really, it's just the
Dolce & Gabbana?
The Dolce & Gabbana. It's really just this empty shirt. About to drop some new Logan Levere shirts.
Okay.
And so that's going to be fun.
And what's Logan Levere?
Logan Levere is my clothing brand.
Okay.
That I started a few years ago. And so, yeah. So
what's been the hardest thing, like managing a clothing brand?
Finding the time to do all the like necessary things of like designing stuff, and then the process of like getting stuff out to people, and like like on top of like relationships and family and all that good stuff. Like,
but I also feel like you tried to incorporate those aspects into your brand. Like last year, you had a Father's Day.
That's true, but I didn't drop those.
Yeah, you didn't drop. You created.
Yeah, like little girl dad shirts, which I'm gonna try to drop this year for Father's Day.
Okay, yeah.
So,
and you had Nia help you?
Yeah, Nia designed one of those shirts.
Yes, yeah. So, you do find a way to do those things together.
Yeah, but it is hard to take that like extra step and like getting it actually out to the people, you know?
Do you ever get like any creative burnout? Because you don't just manage like, your clothing brand. Yeah. You also make music. Yeah. You also, what else do you do?
Sheesh.
you just started a podcast.
Good Guy Podcast, out everywhere. Check it out.
You like to dress nice. Like you like to, so you do a lot of creative things.
I don't know if the creativity like burns me out, but like sometimes like I get burnt out on like just like the everyday stresses of life that sort of like hinder creativity. Does that make sense? So like the biggest part about creativity is being able to get out my ideas or express myself. And so like in some ways creativity and like expressing myself is like a release, to the stress and like the hardships of life. So I rarely get burnt out on that, but sometimes I do get overwhelmed to where the point where it's like I don't want to create, or like it's hard to create because all of this other stuff is like.
So something that you did at the beginning of this year that we were talking about before the podcast was
this is very serious. Dang,
your fast. Your fast
that you
did. You did a certain type of fast.
Yeah, I watched this video on how like dopamine, just like how like our society is just built on finding more and more ways for us to like just consume dopamine like constantly. And so I took a fast on like the things that I like receive dopamine from. And so like video games.
Yeah, so I just got to play Call of Duty all the time.
Yeah. Video games, like things that I go to for like instant gratification because I'm stressed or like don't want to deal with certain things about life or whatever. Like I took a break from those things to sort of deal with the things about life. And I feel like it was really good for me, and like exercise more. Yeah. I feel like it was really good.
It also like put into perspective like how instant gratification isn't always like good to go to, because like I would be playing video games and then like Cece would want to play, but I'm like, come on, let me just get this kill streak, like like leave me alone.
How did it feel for you, like watching me take that, Mom?
Well, I just was like, you know what, video games are always there. Like I can spend 5-10 minutes playing with blocks with Cece. and like it was easier to just like leave a match, because before I'm like, I don't want to leave my teammates behind, you know.
Yeah.
And so you know, it really was like, I can do this. Like Jasper's okay, like he's perfectly fine, like
I don't know if I was perfectly fine, but I was.
and I never played around when you were home. I don't.
mean?
I didn't play video games while you were home. I tried to avoid it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you think if I was doing those things, it'd make it harder?
I mean, I don't know. I think it was hard in and of itself. Period.
Yeah.
Like the first week, you know, like kicking an addiction or something.
Yeah.
The first week was hard, but then after that, like it sort of like kind of like got, you know, okay.
Yeah.
And then,
well, and now that you've like passed that, do you feel like it's helped you figure out like a better way to spend your time?
yeah, definitely. You know, I think like it's allowed me to like go to the root cause or the root problem, to be okay going to the root cause of the root problem, right? Like if I come home and I'm stressed and like I want to like relieve some of that stress by playing video games, watching TV shows, movies, whatever, then it's like, all right, why do you want to do that? Why are you stressed? And like, you know.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we had more conversations during that time, like about like my feelings and all that stuff. And so
yeah, and that's something that you take pretty seriously.
I did take my feelings seriously, yeah.
But people also talking about their own feelings.
That's
too.
true. Yeah.
You're like a pretty big advocate for that.
Yeah, I think that comes from like just like myself, like not having many avenues to like express my feelings. As a man, it's hard to express your feelings because people be like, you shouldn't do that because you're a man. You shouldn't have feelings. You know?
Makes sense.
Like, even if, like, you know, you're in a conversation with somebody or, like, are arguing with somebody, people like, oh, you in your feelings. And it's like, well, yeah, we have feelings. But, like, so, like, I am, like, more passionate about it now because I'm like, man, like, everybody got feelings. Like,
yeah,
let's be okay with that and just live in them, you know?
Yeah.
So,
do you feel like those, like, confronting those things, you know, from just like dopamine and feelings is preparing you for like whatever you have coming up next? Do you ever feel like the things that you do now tie into the things you do later?
Yeah, I think life has a funny way of working like that. Like, right, like the struggles or things that we go through now, like in some way, shape, or form, like are, you know, prepare us for doing something later on that we have no idea is gonna be for. But yeah, like I feel like for me personally, it's like part of like expressing yourself creatively is like being able to be okay with the feelings that's like underneath.
Yeah.
Because those are the things that everybody feels, right? Like everybody is like connects with, right? And so and you think about all the things that you love artistically, you know, usually you engage with those things because you go, I feel like that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you listen to Mac Miller and you go, I feel like that too. Or you listen to whatever, I feel like that too.
Yeah.
You know, so
like Pharrell said, he doesn't want, like, he wants feelings.
Yeah.
He wants people to connect through feeling.
Yeah. Because like, so if as an artist, if you're not in tune with your feelings, like how you gonna connect with people?
Well, something I feel like people know about you is that I feel you're like a very like happy person. I feel like you always bring good vibes. You always like make people laugh. You know,
I don't think we've laughed one time in this
interview. We were laughing beforehand. Yeah. And I was trying to tie those things back into this so we can bring the mood up. Yeah. But and like I feel like I'm not a very funny person.
That's not true. You're funny. You do a lot of funny things.
Okay, doing funny things. But yeah, like, you know, what's something that like you think, I don't know, like what's it like to be a funny person? Not funny looking. Just kidding.
I am kind of funny looking too. what's it like to be a funny person?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm that funny, but like,
Do you feel like you lighten the mood up in a lot of places that you go though?
ooh, I think I try to. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Because there could be something very serious going on. I
Yeah.
could be talking about something very serious, and then you still would say something.
Yeah, I think that's partly. I feel like that's partly because like I'm also like a corny dad. You know, it's like
Okay.
it's like when you have kids, like you want them to always like have a good time, and like, you know, life is crazy outside and is going to be hard and like
Yeah.
stressful, and so like I feel like as a parent, like you try to provide the opposite of that for your kids, and like kids get to this opportunity, you know, for however long they get it.
Yeah.
To live this sort of carefree, just enjoying
Kid
life.
life.
I mean, you know, Cece
Yeah.
wakes up every morning and smiles, and
Yeah.
like, you know, you and I, do we wake up every morning and smile? I don't know. And so I feel like part of like that comes from like, you know, me trying to like create that space for other people, and like, you know, and life, and like myself, and like giving people the
I
opportunity
also
to
feel
be
like
kids.
it's helped you create the connections that you have within this community.
Dang,
You
look
know,
at that.
like
You're a very good interviewer right there. That's,
you.
go ahead. Yeah, I see where you're going. Go ahead.
Maybe you don't. Like, I mean, today, where are we at? We are
Shout
at,
out to Puritan. Shout out to
Puritan.
Kevin. Thank you for letting us use the space.
yes, and like it's beautiful here. Hopefully, we can insert some clips. The ambiance.
Insert montage.
Yes. But not just like coffee shop owners. I mean, you know, people who have like started or run or help with nonprofits, people in like all sorts of community aspects and mental health. And you work at a radio station, but you don't work on the radio.
That's true.
You know, like I don't know. I feel like it's very hard for people to make connections nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, what's some advice if someone's like kind of going out there and trying to figure out like what they want to do, or they want to go and shake someone's hand, but they don't know how to?
Yeah, I mean, just do it. There's this part of that comes from the Happiness Lab. Have we talked about the Happiness Lab?
I think you have.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is our first time on a podcast. We haven't.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if you and I personally have talked about it. But the Happiness Lab is like a podcast that this professor from Yale started, which was birthed out of a class that she started on the idea of happiness.
Okay.
And so it was birthed
Like,
out,
what is happiness?
yeah,
Okay.
like what is happiness? Like people think all these things like make us happy.
Mm-hmm.
When she did a bunch of research and found out actually happiness is like a muscle. Like, so for example, like we think making a lot of money will make us happy, when actually like they've done research and that like there's like a sweet spot for how much money you should make.
Okay.
So, like,
So money does bring a bit of happiness.
it does bring a bit of happiness, only in the sense that
the
like
Dolce & Gabbana jacket.
only in the sense that like it handles like all your basic needs, right? So
Okay.
like the sweet spot I think is like 88 grand to like 130 grand a
Okay.
year.
Okay.
And so people who make under that sweet spot like are not happy, and then people who make over that are not happy as well.
Okay.
And so like the class is like all these, and the class and the podcast is about all these little things that we think will make us happy.
Okay.
And then they actually don't. And doing the opposite will make us happy. So she has an episode about like people who are on trains, and like they've done research with like people who get on trains, and like are they more or less happy if they introduce themselves to someone new
train.
on the train.
Okay.
And so for the most part, people, even like introverted people who might say to themselves, I will be more happier if I just sit down and put my headphones on and don't
Yes.
say anything to
Okay.
anybody. They find that even when they come out of their comfort zone and like say hi to someone and engage in conversation, they leave way more happier than they initially were.
Really?
Yeah. And so like, I mean, you ask like, how do people like just get in a process of building relationships? It's like, well,
Get out of your comfort
get
zone.
out of your comfort zone and like
Yeah.
introduce yourself and like,
Have you ever seen people who do the Oh my goodness. The rejection therapy. Have you heard of rejection therapy?
I ain't heard of that. What's you
It's
talking
like you go and you do things that you know you're going to get rejected at.
about? Okay, I can see why that.
And you do that like every day for like however long.
Damn,
right?
that sounds terrible.
To help you get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, like literally.
That
like
sounds like a hard week.
Yeah. Like, you know, and I've seen this on my TikTok.
Apply for this job, rejected.
No, it's not even like that. It's like you go up and you go ask the coffee owners, "Hey, can I set up my podcast out here?"
Nah, bro.
You know, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So they
like,
go and then they find out they end up
they have
like
to
people say
do
no.
something physically.
People
yes.
say no way less than they think they would say.
No, there's
Oh.
people who like there's people who like they're like, "Hey, I just went up and asked if I could have this for free," and
Yeah.
they said no. You know, but it's like, when have you ever asked, "Can you give that to me for free?"
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
I think the idea behind that is like people say no way less than you think. Mm-hmm. But also there probably is
there are a couple times where
there probably is
Yeah.
a lot of like self.
yeah.
You know, you get a lot of
Well,
self
like
gratification.
I'm the type of
from that.
person who doesn't order things the way I think I should.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, you're good at ordering. You're so good at ordering.
But that's because I like a lot of the things. I like a lot of things.
I am way better. Every time we go out, I always get something that I think I want, and then you get something, and I'm like, dang, I should have got that.
Yeah, that's because I know what I want whenever sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. You're good at ordering stuff. Like
Because I like food.
I'm bad at ordering stuff.
Yeah. And then you always end up eating.
And then I always
And then
just-
I never want your food.
That's true.
Jasper, so you never ask for a bit of my food. I always ask for your food.
That's true. You never ask. You never are like, yo, let me try that.
No.
I just order the worst thing on the menu every time.
But yeah, so we've got like rejection therapy and like just pushing yourself out there. Have you ever had like, and then also you've done like a lot of work in the community with like younger people, and you're doing work right now.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to talk about any of the work that you're doing right now?
No, I don't like to talk about the work that I'm doing. No, I'm joking. Yeah. I'm able to help out with the Walton Art Center.
Mm-hmm.
Who CC, shout out CC, the local dancer. She started this.
Yeah, she's been on the podcast before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Friend of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
She started this music program with the Walton Arts, going into schools in Northwest Arkansas, mostly in Fayetteville, helping them, introducing them to hip hop and the different elements of hip hop. And so this is the second semester that it's in, and so I'm coming alongside, helping students rap, write, record, all that good stuff. And so I mean, I like pouring into the younger generation.
What's something that what grade levels are you working with right now?
Man, it's like third grade.
How old are third graders? Like
I
8?
mean, no, like 9. Leah's in third grade.
Yeah. 8, 9.
Yeah, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And then might be fourth grade too.
Okay.
And then high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like maybe like a junior high.
And what's some of the, you guys created a music video?
Yeah, the high school students made a good song and a music video called Alps Anthem, and that's pretty dope.
Do you see like those generational differences between like whenever you were in school?
Yeah, I mean, that in terms of what?
Like, how do the kids speak nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be differences in how like people speak. Very, but
Are you learning all the Sigma lingo?
the what?
Sigma, Alpha, Ohio?
Are these? What are those words? Oh, like the Generation 6? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay.
I mean, it ain't too much different. Like, ain't nothing changed that drastically. But it is. I do like hanging out with high school students.
Whenever we had some kids visit us at work the other day, I want to say they were third graders, and we have a bunch of TVs up at work, and they had stuff about the P. Diddy case. And all of
Dang.
the kids start talking about P. Diddy. They're like, we want to watch the Diddy case. We want to watch the Diddy case.
You know what? I will say this. I was interacting with kids, and obviously, take this with a grain of salt. I will say, like, the Lauryn Hill album? where
Cool.
the whole like through line of the album is like I can't remember who it is. Is it Wyclef or some like teacher having a conversation
Yeah,
with
yeah.
students, and they're talking about love,
Yeah.
and like they give these like profound answers, and like it's probably like third grade, fourth grade kids, and the other day we were writing songs, and I was asking kids like, "Yo, what do y'all want to rap about?" And they're like, "Riz, getting baddies." And I was just like, "Dang, well, can we talk about love?"
Nah, the baddies. We want all the baddies.
Yeah. So that's a difference.
Yeah. That's interesting. Do you ever get like worried? Like sometimes I get worried that I won't be able to connect to my children because of just like those changes.
I mean, that's kind of.
Or do you think it's like an outside world and an inside world? Like they act like that at school and then at home they're like different, right?
I mean, to be honest, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know if I felt like incredibly connected to my parents. Like,
Okay.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I think also part of like being a kid is like not feeling connected to your parents.
That makes sense.
Especially at like certain ages. And so like, I think that just come with the territory. But also like, I will also say that like, I don't know if my parents put in the foundation that I'm trying to put in, with our kids. And so we'll see if the return on investment is different than
And so like connection is like this strange thing, right? Like we can reach it in different types of ways and stuff.
yeah.
And you are about to release a song. Oh, tomorrow. Are you gonna release the song?
I'm not releasing no song.
Oh, you're just
tomorrow.
dropping your-
I'm just
you're just
dropping my
dropping your
t-shirts.
clothes?
Dang, what song you better? What song were you even talking about?
Did you already drop Empty?
Oh yeah, I dropped Empty.
Okay,
already. Yeah, Empty's
okay.
out.
And then, yeah. I was
Dang,
like, what-
I do listen to my music.
Yes,
Be
I do
honest
listen
with
to
me.
your
You listen?
music. Yes. Whenever it drops, and then I forget about
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
it. Okay. Well, but are you planning to work on any more music this year?
Yeah. I'm definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've told you about like I'm working on a very specific album, and so, yeah.
No more.
No more.
No more. Okay. Well, it's also Valentine's Day is coming up.
What you doing for Valentine's Day?
I don't know. I haven't been asked to be anyone's Valentine's yet. So
That's crazy. You would think it'd be a lot of guys lining up to ask you to be Valentine's. It's 'cause the baby keeps them away. I don't know.
it's a tumor. Just kidding.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Put that in the... Mark that down.
Mark that down. What do you mean?
To cut out later. You got a dark sense of humor
no.
sometimes. Do you think people know that about you?
Probably not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I make a lot of really dark jokes
like
at work. Working in the news does that.
Lot. Like a lot.
You
of
don't
dark
even hear the
jokes.
half of it.
Like, you remember that thread on Twitter where it was like dark jokes? Have you not seen that thread?
No.
Oh, man, it was crazy.
You spend a lot of time on Twitter.
I do.
And recently we've got the funny meme, the Montoya meme.
There's another clip. That's y'all know about it? I don't even know what they be saying.
yeah. Jasper's
just
like,
know the feelings.
the heartbreak is real.
Bro, that first clip that was going around was crazy.
Oh man. And each clip keeps getting worse.
They keep getting worse.
And I like to watch reality TV.
You do like reality TV.
I like
hate reality
watching,
TV.
I love watching those things.
I hate reality TV.
And I really want to watch Temptation Island. That's what it's called.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
it's
that's
called Temptation Island.
Yeah, but in Spanish.
What's it? How you say it in Spanish?
It's not pronounced. It's not like the same, but it's like Isla de Tentación.
What?
But I think it's something different.
You gotta hold the mic
Yeah, I
up.
know.
Do you remember what culture is it? Is it like
I don't know. Do you guys know?
But like
I know it's
in Spain.
in Spain. Okay.
Actual
It's like,
Spanish.
yeah, I know it's in Spanish. Just kidding.
In Spain, that makes sense.
Well, we'll have to put a little clip right here of the
Yeah,
memes going.
I mean,
My
I think
favorite
people
is
know.
where he pulls his
Pulls
pants
his
up.
shirt- oh.
No, his shorts. He like grabs his shorts and he's like. in
I ain't
pain.
see, he pulls his shorts up. I ain't
Yeah.
seen that part.
You know. Oh man. So you I feel like are always really on top of culture and what's going on.
Dang. I try to be.
Yeah, you kind of put me into it because I get too distracted by other things. So, yeah, and that's something that I feel like is you only have one episode out right now for your new podcast,
Yes, sir.
and I feel like you guys do a good job. You know, talking about.
You listened to the episode.
Yes, I listened to the
I was just
episode.
checking.
I listen to your stuff. Do you listen to my stuff?
I do. Every Tuesday, Wednesday when y'all drop.
Okay. So, you know, and you also took a different way. You guys did it a little bit differently. You guys are on Patreon
Yeah. We started on Patreon.
because you guys play some music
Yeah.
and copyright issues.
Well,
stuff like that.
and I mean, you could get it off wherever, but like, I think part of why the real intent behind going to Patreon is like we want to create a community, in a space for people. Like,
Okay.
you know, the Good Guys podcast is like lighthearted. It's fun. Like we play music to intro and outro to us. You know what I mean? Like,
And you're on the Good Guys podcast with Bang.
yeah, with my boy Bang, and then we got like rotating co-hosts that come in and out. We've only done 2 episodes so far.
Yeah, you guys have 2
And
episodes.
then only released 1.
Yeah.
And so the next episode should be out Saturday. But yeah, like we the goal behind it is to create a space and a community where people can, you know, be lighthearted, have fun, like, and a lot of podcasts, like, they're, especially out here, they're either about like stuff that's like people doing stuff upcoming,
Yeah.
and like, or like they're like kind of serious and stuff. And so we wanted to occupy a different space that was just like, hey, come as you are. Come listen to this, come have fun, join in the conversation with us. That's why we talk about, like, you know, topics that are going on in a world that like everybody, not just people here in Northwest Arkansas, but everybody is like, you know, privy to.
Yeah.
And so,
Like, who did it better, Beyonce or Kendrick Lamar
dang.
for the halftime shows?
Oh, Beehive is.
Oh, the Beehive is watching.
I mean, here's the thing. I think Beyonce is probably the best performer of our generation, hands down. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I like Kendrick's performance, but I wish he would have played the slaps. Although I get the story he was trying to tell, and you know, and that was part of the whole.
Yeah, because you know the shoes tie into the pants, and then because of that, it goes into To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, right.
And then,
yeah,
do you know from those lyrics in To Pimp a Butterfly?
It goes in it.
It goes
to GNX?
No.
He foreshadowed GNX.
no, straight
on
to
Section
Drake.
80. Oh, no, yeah. No, I get it, which I'm happy. Cool, but I mean, like, I think there was a way to do.
And then,
do
did
both.
you see the video game controller?
I
And
saw
the game
video
over?
I saw
Crazy.
that.
I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
I saw that.
I like Beyonce's performance a lot more. I love Kendrick.
Yeah.
I love Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like, Jasper doesn't love Kendrick as much as I love Kendrick.
That's not true. I do like Kendrick a lot, but
I like some of the Kendrick Lamar songs.
what does he know about cameras?
Yeah, we had to do a
Nobody
reference.
gets that reference.
But let's see here. Let's see. What is there anything that you want people to keep an eye out for you? Where can they follow you? Keep up with some of your work and anything else that you want to touch on real quick?
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm happy. Just follow me at Jasper Logan Raps everywhere. You can Google Jasper Logan and I'll come up. Me and
And
I think
some white politician dude.
some white senator. I haven't Googled myself in a while. He might have more hits than me now. So dang, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
other than that, Oh, body shirts when they come out.
which is on February 20. Valentine's Day, February
Yeah.
14th.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
at loganlevere.com.
Okay. Yeah. Show people your shirt.
Click.
This is one of
clip
them?
it up. Clip
Got
it up. Clip it up.
Logan
clip it
Levere, empty. Move the mic. There you go. The Dolce & Gabbana is not included.
Yeah, Dolce & Gabbana is not included.
But thank you for spending your time here with us at the District 3 D3 mini episode.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
I'll see you later today.
I'll see you later today, too.
Thanks, you guys, for joining in, and I hope we see you guys for the next episode.